It's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. How y'all feeling? Friday is here. We're back in the studio. We got the squad in the building. Yeah.
And I'm ready to swing.
Super producer's back.
Hey guys, did you miss me?
How's Tampa?
Hot. I meant to call in live and like, guys, it's hot as crap out here. They're wearing those god awful jerseys, so that means we're definitely going to lose.
Hey, orange is a curse, bro. I wish we would figure that out. No more orange on the show.
Nope.
We might need to get rid of the helmet. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Do Talk Chicago Sports daily on this channel. The only channel Talk Chicago Sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. Listen, we got a lot to get to today. Can the Chicago Bears catch the Kansas City Chiefs sleeping is our number one topic. Going to go through some of the numbers, preview this game. We'll jump into that. Also, it's Friday, so that means we get our Freestyle Friday up in here. And there's some fun things to talk about in that segment as well. And then also got to look into Justin Fields' comments and get the crew's thoughts on it, but also can he back it up? He said a lot, right, in the press conference, whether you think he threw his coach under the bus or not. Can he back up those comments in the press conference? All that and more in today's episode, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Y'all already know what to do, man. Stop playing with us. Are we heading towards 0-3? That's the real question here. Let's jump into it, bro.
What's up?
Hey, listen. This organization seemed like it's been on the west side all week, don't it? My God. My God. It's been a rough week for the Chicago Bears. It's been a rough week for the Chicago Bears this week. I hope that there's some good football on the other side of this. But week 3 is here. Bears versus Chiefs. I mean, listen, I gave you guys the numbers yesterday. When you look at both of these offenses, there's not much difference. One definitely looks like a Matt Nagy coached offense. The other one also looks like a Matt Nagy coached offense with Luke Getsy at the helm. So I think there's concerns on that part. What are your thoughts on this Chiefs team that we're going up against here who, yes, they're the world champions. Yes, this seems like the perfect get-right game for them. But, I mean, realistically, it hasn't been good through 2 weeks. And listen, Courtney said today, right, she was like, that Jacksonville team is a pretty good team. You know, and Trevor, like they don't look good right now. Yes, they will be good. They don't look good. That Jacksonville team should not be able to compete with the Kansas City Chiefs. What are your thoughts right now on how this week's gonna go?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a good week. I really do not think. I really do not think it's gonna be a good week. I think they start. Look, the Chiefs start looking like they're gonna break out, especially because I mean, with the way that the Bears have been playing defense right now, and I'm not pressing anybody, Travis Kelce is about to have a field day. Yeah, I mean, I gave you the numbers on Sky Moore last week: three catches, 70 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, I think had 5.8 yards a carry.
Yeah.
You turn around. I'm gonna tell you this right now. That first round pick they made, Trent McDuffie and L'Jarius Sneed, are as advertised right now. And this is you know what I kind of had to remember. They've only given up to I think they've only given up 20 points. There's I'm talking about the defense.
Yeah.
14 points the first week because the pick six by Pat Mahomes, and then you shut down you shut down Jacksonville last week. McDuffie makes a play on Ridley. So I mean the corners are looking as advertised. They take Tranquil from the Chargers. Nick Bolton, it's definitely looking like he's due for like a Pro Bowl type year. So listen. I just like in terms of the defense.
The defense is where I'm actually concerned. The offense, not to say I'm not concerned about Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but the offense looks like a Matt Nagy coached offense, and I think that it will look like a Matt Nagy coached offense until Andy Reid goes, Let me get that real quick from you. Let me just get that back right there. Joel, what's your thoughts, man? Welcome back, first of all. It was a warm day for you down in Tampa. The Bears sucked, and they looked like they were hot. What are your thoughts on this Chiefs game coming up here? Will we get the bounce-back win that we're looking for?
If they play like this is it for the season, they have nothing to lose. So they better go crazy. I'm not really scared of the Chiefs defense. They're like to me, the Chiefs seem like a balanced team. They're not the dominating team.
Yeah.
And excuse me, of course, I come back when having sinus issues from flying. So now, not only did I go down there and he lost, but then I got to sit here and deal with this mess all week. Anyways, no, I think that
long as it's just sinuses.
If Fields, I mean, I hope he says what he says, if he means what he says, right? If he can run around, extend plays, all that type of stuff, this is going to be one of those like 24-20 type games, you know, maybe 35, something like that. The Chiefs could put up 35 easy if, like you said, if they actually open the playbook, because Kelsey's going to expose that cover 2 defense. They have no pressure. I'm worried that this is going to turn into like how they were against Miami when Tua just picked the Bears apart.
Yeah.
And I think that based off the few games that we played before, Mahomes going to go off. So, and we need Fields to basically turn to Superman.
It's weird because, right, like, the defense played better last week, but it still just wasn't enough. It didn't make you feel good leaving that game. Now, what I will say is this, right? If we're going to look at this from a glass half full type of situation, week 1, you got 0 pressure on Jordan Love. You literally pressured him 5 times. You end up getting 1 sack, but you pressured him 5 times. You pressured Baker Mayfield 17 times in that game with Flus at the helm. That means you're dialing up more pressure. He didn't blitz a ton more, but he did blitz more.
They couldn't even grab him. It's like they had his jersey and they couldn't even pull that little dude down.
Courtney hit me with an interesting stat today on the Chicago Bears podcast. Check out today's episode once that's up. She said that the defensive line coach said that there were 7 would-be sacks. That's the greatest stat I've ever heard in my life.
I didn't make it up.
That's the greatest stat I've ever heard in my life. Would-be sacks, right? Because that's how Wani would come to the press conference after every game, right? When the Bears would lose, Wani would literally just come to the podium and go, you know, listen, if we had gotten this tackle right here and we had held Aaron Rodgers to under 400 yards or Brett Favre to under 400 yards today, that game was in reach. You'd be like, hey, yo, I don't know if you know this or not, but that's why you lost.
Hey, I mean, but you know what it is, though. If it was a 5th.
If it was a 5th, we'd all be drunk. And that's how it sounds when you tell me that we had would-be tackles, you know, or would-be sacks, I should say, bro, you know, but realistically, right, again, if you're on the glass half full side, that is a lot more pressure from the Chicago Bears than we saw in week 1. And so to me, I do take that as, okay, Flus, can you continue to improve the defense? If you're getting those same amount of pressures, can you finally get the quarterback down? Because it's like you said, Joe, it's not like those were just pressures. Like the Bears had 4 or 5 clean shots at Baker and just didn't wrap him up.
They couldn't grab him. But I just think that overall, like I was there at Tampa Bay, so you're watching some of the little things. And I had a pretty good seats. I was like at the section 140. So you're kind of close.
Yeah.
But I saw like Claypool on the sidelines, literally like frustrated, yelling at the coaches because he was like, I could see him talking about that, you know, the game or the call. The other issue was like, the tackling was just horrible. Like all these dudes want to do is just bump the guy. They don't want to wrap up. They don't want to bring these guys down. Yeah. Like I've seen a lot of that just bounce off effect. It's like
the Elijah Hicks play is one of the wildest plays I've ever seen in my life, bro. Just a complete missed tackle.
Yeah.
That ends up going 60 yards, bro. Like that was a wild play to see in real time. There's a lot that has to improve on this Bears team for them to go out there and get a win against the Chiefs 110%. But this
is a trap game, though.
It could be, right? Like because
we haven't seen anything resembling some type of offense. So it's like Chase Claypool scored a touchdown last week. Get out of here because he looked like garbage all these other times.
Thanks for checking on me. I'm
still a piece of garbage.
And then you got, DJ Moore looked really good for that first, whatever that scripted plays they did. And then they just went away. Like can we put our foot on the gas and show an offense?
Yeah.
And
No, I'm with you.
And this is the thing. Like, I think that Flus will definitely be able to dial up more pressures because the two tackles that the Chiefs got, Donovan Smith and Juwan Jones, horrible.
Yeah.
So that they're going to be.
There's
able
no
to,
offensive line on the other side
to try to get that. I mean, in the middle for all intents and purposes, Creed Humphrey
Yeah.
and Joe Thuney, they've been holding it down, but the two tackle positions they're all out of whack. So I think he'll be able to dial up more pressures, but it is Pat Mahomes. So you're gonna
how much can you pressure him before he just cooks you over the middle?
Yeah, absolutely. And if I'm any one of those safeties, because I did see something that said Eddie was out. I did.
I haven't seen an official report on Eddie Jackson just yet, but I would assume that Eddie is out, seeing as how he hasn't practiced all week. You're going into this with Jaquan Brisker being your number one safety out there, pretty much.
Yeah, so
I'm okay with that.
I'm fine with it.
But this week,
latest injury report today, right? Nate Davis is questionable for the game. He was limited today. Eddie Jackson is doubtful for the game. Khalid Kareem is out for the game. Mooney was a full go today at practice. Lucas Patrick was a full go today at practice. Josh Blackwell was a full go today at practice. So good to. I mean, those guys being back will definitely help you.
Gotta stay disciplined this week. The
crazy thing is that as bad as this looks, and we're still not out of, contention for just even winning the division. But if we get Jenkins back, is that week 5? Is it 4 weeks?
Yeah.
So he comes back in week 5, right?
We did get a positive update on Tevin Jenkins from Grody today. Grody talking about an encouraging sign, seeing Tevin Jenkins doing some running today with the trainer. No discernible limp, which at one time was pronounced. Jenkins will be out for at least 2 more games as part of the IR designation. Still has soft bandaging on his leg. So, I mean, listen, yes, there are positive signs. Yes, there are things that are going to help you feel better about it. But realistically, looking at the game that we saw, now granted, remember, this is going to be a very different offensive line because of the Braxton Jones injury.
So he's out? Is that right?
Yeah, he's on IR. Braxton Jones is going to be out 4 weeks. He's on IR with a neck injury. Don't even know when that happened. But realistically, right, like when you look at this Bears team right now, the offensive line that you had last week did enough for you to win that game, did enough for Justin Fields to look like a competent quarterback. And I think that's the part that had fans so up in arms, and even Justin Fields up in arms, it seems like, right? Before we jump into that, though, I guess might as well give a final prediction on this thing, right? Where are you going?
34-20 Chiefs.
At least you gave 20. What's your prediction on this game?
Man, Bears, no, it's gonna be, dude. It's
a team of mini Ditkas, 76. Chiefs, -2.
-2. Nah, I got to be realistic. It's a loss. If they 28-7, like it's not. I don't know. Now, if Fields is running, it's like I think 28-21. That's kind of what.
So do you think?
I got 31-17. I got us getting beat pretty bad because I think this is a get right game for him. And listen, I pray to God I'm wrong. That's really what it is. And even I think the difference is, right, and this is why I want to talk about Justin Fields today as well, because again, makes the comments, goes out there and talks about, I feel like I'm playing too robotic. I feel like I'm taking in too much information. And I took it as when he said it could be coaching.
He said 50-13.
Baki's broken.
Chiefs adjusted plays well. It's 50-17.
Baki's broken, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Baki's been broken for a while.
Woo.
Yeah, Baki's been broken for a while.
But
bro.
You know what? Before when we looked at the schedule, everybody had this as a
L. I had this as a loss before the season. I had us coming into this game 2-1.
We all thought
2-0, but I did have this as a loss coming into this game. And I don't change my thought because you know why? Because I respect the defending champions. Listen, if you catch them sleeping, you catch them sleeping. And they're 0-2 against the NFC North. Yeah. It's a huge win for the Chicago Bears, no matter how you get it. And it feels like a step in the right direction. But realistically, right now, that's, to me, it's still on Justin Fields, and it's on Fields even more now because of the comments that he made. And the question is, can he back those comments up? Can he go out there and play freely, not play like a robot, not play like we've seen the last 3 weeks? You know what I mean? Like, or 2 weeks, I should say. Yeah. And it's not going to flip in one game. That's my thing. Can Justin Fields back his comments up is a long-term question, but it's not going to flip just in the Chiefs game and all of a sudden he's going to play more freely, and things that he did the entire offseason, the entire preseason are just going to be different now. That's not how football works. This is not a Remember the Titans movie, right? If it happens that way, I would be very, very surprised, and somebody call up the camera crews, because realistically, if all of a sudden you make these comments, you start playing freely, and the Bears come out of here with a win, all of a sudden we're like, oh snap, this is amazing. And I think JT O'Sullivan said something that really stuck out to me when he was on with Sylvie and Peggy on the Wild and Sylvie show on ESPN 1000. He said he got his opportunity because he was a system guy. He knew the system like the back of his hand. What he wished that he would do, or what he wished that he had done, was do what he did best while knowing how the system would be there to back him up. That's where I need Justin Fields to get to, because the first thing I said coming into the season was, don't sit here and try to force him to be something he's not. Let him still be the mobile QB. I don't even need in this game, I don't need Justin running 30 times. I need Justin running 10 for big yardage, maybe.
Look, in the words of the great Michael Corleone, all I want is a guarantee.
There's a guarantee.
What I want is to see the New England offense against New England and how we were against Miami last year, where we putting up 34, we putting up points. I want to see RPOs. I want to see all these options, and I want to see Roshan. I want to see more Roshan.
Oh, you want to see how much Nagy actually is still a part of that Chiefs offense? So we've seen almost no running, right, from the Chicago Bears. Rush attempts, rushing first downs for both teams, 13. Passing first down, surprisingly enough, for both teams, 21 for the Bears, 20 for the Chiefs. Hold on, though. I gotta find rushing touchdowns on the season. 2. Both teams. Like the Chiefs offense and the Bears offense is so ridiculously similar right now. It's actually hilarious. And it's also scary because it just makes me go, oh God, is Luke Getsy just Matt Nagy in fatter clothes? That's how I feel about it right now.
I think the
yeah, talking to the mic there, Ringo.
Yeah, my
he like looking at the phone.
I think the thing that we got to take into account is like, I mean, it's still the Chiefs. They look like they have weapons that are trying to get it together, because I feel like like week 1 they was obviously trying to get Kadarius Toney the ball.
Yeah. Week 2 too. I mean, he got 5 targets and caught all of them.
Obviously, we saw what happened with that, but now they look like they're trying to make a shift. I said shift to Sky Moore. So I mean, look, they obviously got some struggles, but I mean, I think it's easy fixes too, because I mean, Jones was out that first week as well as Kelsey.
Yeah.
Kelsey went on the Pat McAfee show, said he's 100% ready. I mean, so look, I'm looking for him to have a big game. I'm looking for the offense as a whole to kind of step up. But my thing is, like, this week, even if they lose, Justin has to go out and ball, because if he doesn't, and then you're saying that this
all that talk just gets louder
with the defenses that are about to come up, like at this point, it's like okay, and legit that one clip we seen of them hugging at practice, that was that one clip in the in the Last Dance when they was talking about Doug Collins and Mike hated each other, and Doug was like, hey, come here, Michael, give me a hug. Like, hey, bro, don't force it.
They did hate each other by that point.
Let's go out and play.
But you know what?
Just play.
Here's the thing, though, right? Hate isn't a bad thing. This sounds crazy to say, right? Hate isn't a bad thing, though, if you can use it in the right way. Tom Thibodeau and Joakim Noah and Derrick Rose all hated each other. Why? Because at every practice, Derrick Rose is sitting there, Tom Thibodeau is sitting there running these guys to death, and they can't stand them. But you know what it did? It pushed those guys to greatness. The question is, can you turn this hate into greatness?
It ended their careers early, though, but it's okay.
No, for Derrick Rose, his career's still going. For Joakim Noah, hey, listen, for Joakim Noah, that's them French tennis shoes that he was wearing, LaCroix or whatever them joints was, bro.
Shoes,
hey, that man had plantar fasciitis.
I don't know
2
what
ounce,
that was.
Hey,
he
was wearing real tennis shoes on the court, bro. I was like, hey, bro, you supposed to be backhanded with those, bro. But no, like,
I get your point, though.
Sometimes, like, listen, like, nobody liked Ditka, but you respected him. There's times people don't like Belichick, but you respect them. The thing is, can you turn what you have in this moment into okay, I respect y'all. I understand what we're going to do, and boom, let's go out here and actually make some plays and win games. And I said this yesterday on the show. You know what changes all of this? This whole week, this is rock bottom for the Bears, right? Is this the worst Bears week?
Is it?
This might be the worst Bears week we've ever had.
No, we've had plenty of bad.
No. Like,
oh, you mean like national?
I'm talking about like national.
Yeah.
Is this the worst Bears week we've ever had?
This could be up there.
It's got to be this and Sam Hurd, right?
Was that? Yeah. He was.
But Sam Hurd was just like
he was just a free agent player that he didn't even. That was like before the season started. I thought. Right.
Was it before the season? I thought it was during the season.
It was like
maybe it was training camp.
It was so early, and then he was out of there.
But you didn't care, right? Like it was this week has literally been rock bottom for the city of Chicago and the football team that represents it in the national media.
Right.
And you know what? All you can do, you literally have no choice but to go up from here. If you find deeper than this, you're digging.
No. You're here. There's this. And then there's you.
Right. Like that's where the Bears are right now, bro. So I mean, listen, you have to find a way to go out there and get the job done versus Kansas City. And realistically, Justin Fields has so much pressure on him. Why? Because of the statements that he made. Now, I understood those statements, but the national media does not. And so that pressure is there no matter what. I understood that when he said it was coaching, that all of a sudden everybody just cuts that part. They don't listen to the part right after where he goes, well, yeah, they're sending in the play and that's their job, and I'm trying to do it perfectly. When you see some of these plays, bro, it makes no sense. You literally see Justin Fields on an RPO, right? He snaps the ball. He's got to make the decision to throw the screen pass, hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert, or take the football off himself. He's peeking to the right. He comes back to the middle. He's got a blitzer coming to the left. He's got to figure out now, but while the blitzer's already here now, blitzer's right here now, all of a sudden, he's got to figure out over here, all right, I'm back. Oh, snap, it's a dude in my face because the left tackle is dead, basically. So now I just got to go, right? Like you're asking him to do a lot. Now, it doesn't excuse him on his misses. But I do understand the point that he was saying. I'm trying to execute these perfectly. And so I'm staying in these moments too long to try and play out the play as it would on paper. But guess what? Football is not played on paper.
But the problem is that he has a history of holding the ball. So you're trying to make him sit in the pocket to process. So it's like if that's an issue that he has.
Yeah.
So I don't know why this is so hard to not be able to scheme for your talent. To me, he's no different from Vic or even Donovan McNabb. McNabb used to be juking cats. He used to be moving.
Yeah, but the tough part about looking at them old quarterbacks is them was great for their era.
No.
Donovan McNabb is a terrible quarterback in today's day and age.
No, Randall Cunningham,
Terrible.
Michael Vick. All those dudes were running all over the place,
Yeah.
right? They eventually slowed down. The game came to them is my point.
Yeah.
So the game has to come to him. You can't force it.
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I will say, I will agree with that. Definitely to the Vic point. But that's why I was kind of telling you when we was talking about this in the group chat, like there has to be like a 4 to 6 plays that he can go to. I'm not saying that the plays are going to be. I'm not saying that these plays are going to be bona fide touchdowns.
Yeah.
But these are at least going to get me at least to the point where we're not in these 3rd and 15, 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8.
Well, but what puts you in those?
Be in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2s.
I'll tell you this right now. There's two things that put you in that position, though. Agree the pressure that's on the Bears, right? The pressure that's been on Justin Fields, him holding the football too long. He's taken 10 sacks on the season for 69 yards. Nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not good. You've gone backwards 69 yards. That's not good, right?
Yeah.
And then the other stat is penalties right now. Chicago Bears have 12 penalties on the season. That was a lot of T's in that. I emphasize that. Penalties. That's how it's spelled.
We should write out
Penalties.
all the words. You got a couple.
Hey, shut up.
The Pat dictionary.
I can say penalties. Now the other one. Yeah, I mean, shut up.
No,
I don't want you keep your mouth shut.
My other thing is,
but hold on. The other part, 12 penalties on the season for 89 yards backwards. That's how you start 3rd and 15. That's how you start 1st and 11 on a screen pass that actually goes downfield.
Dude, I was at the game. That's all we kept saying. Like, don't throw another goddamn screen pass.
He threw 3 of them in a row.
We were in the end. I was at that end zone. Like, it's like the dude caught it right there. I was like, that's what they get. I was like, that's what they get. I'm out of here. Let's go. I'm not sitting around for this trash. Let's go. This is so bad. Like, creativity is also lacking. So someone has to get creative. Like, whether it's Fields or Getsy, someone's got to break.
Well, I think that's the fix, though. That's the part you got to get to, right? Luke Getsy clearly has a lack of creativity.
Sounds like Nagy.
But here's the thing.
Find it.
Clearly has a lack of creativity, but to Getsy's credit, how many times did we say that guy's open? That guy's open.
True.
That guy's open.
That is
right?
True.
So there's a lack of creativity, but we're seeing guys pop open.
It's a 50-50.
On the flip side of that, Justin Fields is one of the most creative players in the NFL, or was. Let's hope he can get back to that.
Right.
But clearly he has issues always hitting the open guy. You have to meld those two together. I can't sit here and murder Luke Getsy all week on you're calling 3 screen passes, which is egregious, and not look at Justin Fields and say, hey, when that play broke down and you saw them all break toward the screen pass immediately, why didn't you take off?
You know what, to your point, if the screen is the check down, which is what we've been asking for, that's the check down part, not the first option. You're not hitting your first option if you're hitting.
Your screen's your first option on the screen because you're pulling your entire offensive line to go block.
If you do like a halfback where he drops off as a safety valve, right? Yeah. But you like we've seen what's the name hitting across the middle, and he didn't hit him.
It's an RPO alert.
But the whole point is there's safety valves for him.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. Either run RPO out, run off to the side, whatever, and you got someone to dump off to. You got 2 tight ends.
But I think that the thing is too, right? Like there's a portion. Here's the thing with all the great QBs. You got your system, right? You've got your system. And there are guys that can deviate from that system and just make something happen. But they know that the system is there when they need it.
Right.
So for me,
it's like the triangle.
When you get Getsy, when Getsy calls that RPO where you got to sit here, which almost never you want to do with a quarterback, right? But he's looking right, looking left, and then he's got to figure out what's going on forward. When he calls that, Justin Fields has to get to the point where he goes, okay, I'm only looking right. Because for my game, I can get away from what's coming to the left. If that's not there, I'm either handing it off or I'm taking off immediately. I'm not looking left.
I got it, Pat. He needs to get a bandana or a headband. He's got to put Roselle on it and go full McMahon. Because that's all McMahon would do, right?
There's no deep option on our screen passes, though. There was always a deep route.
He's like, why are you telling me to run up the middle all the time? He's like, why did you do that? Well, that's because Galt was open. I threw it to we're supposed to score, right? Why are you mad that we scored?
It is wild how many times he actually did that. McMahon literally would just be like, F the screen pass. The deep route's there. They playing up. Why? Walter Payton.
Halfback up gut. It's like, but they're all stacking the box against Walter. I'm going to throw to the open guy. What did you do that for? Because he was open.
But I think that's the part, right? That's the part where you have to figure out the perfect mix between your OC and your quarterback. And it's not impossible for the Chicago Bears to get there. It seems like it is at this point. Why? Because we're 0-2 and the offense has been completely inept. But I think that goes to Justin Fields' comments on I'm playing like a robot.
Yeah.
But the only thing that it really says to me is that there's really no dialogue right now between I shouldn't say any dialogue, but I don't think there's much conversation happening because
Conversation with what?
Like as far as like, okay, like this is what I'm seeing, these plays aren't working, and I'm not talking about with just Justin and Luke. I'm talking about with some of the offensive players as a whole. We've seen the clip. Was it Devin White or Levante David was like, yo,
they not using you right.
They're not using you right,
Yeah.
and DJ's talking about some. Tell me about it. I legit think that for them to have a great rapport, you gotta trust your guy to essentially if you gonna run him and he gets hurt.
But I think
So,
it's not.
If you're gonna run him and he gets hurt, so be it. Because at the end of the day, they can be able to say, "Hey, I'm the head guy. I checked out of this.
Yeah,
this is the play I made. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't."
I like Kizo Infinite's
No.
comment. Like, I think this could be the upset of the week. I think Vegas and betting politics. The world knows KC going to destroy us. I think J-Dot runs for 80+ and makes it hard for KC. The defense not all that anyway.
We ain't been looking at the same defense.
Listen, if Justin Fields, I will say this: if Justin Fields stands in the pocket, we're cooked. Because Chris Jones is back.
Hey, George,
he's been back for a week.
George Karlaftis looks.
Chris Jones has been back for a week. He's got a sack and a half.
And we have no left tackle. We have no left tackle.
And George Karlaftis has gotten home in both games. George looks.
Justin's gonna take at least 2 sacks in this game. He's gonna get sacked. Like that's a given, right? But the thing is, right, like you can't have the strip sack moments. You can't have the moments where he's spending too much time in the pocket. And I think the difference is, right, realistically, if Justin Fields, I said this before the season started, and it's why I literally was like, come on, guys, like you can't put this guy in a box. If he uses his legs, defenses are worried about him. Yeah. And I'm not even just talking about using his legs to like take off for a 60-yard run and do something magical. If he uses his legs to literally just, okay, I got to roll out right here because the pocket breaks down. Now the defense starts to play up. Boop, Cole, you over the middle. How about you throw a block, by the way?
I don't even see why this is that hard. To me, last year, he plays like he plays. We have more talent to actually catch the ball, maybe even create like double, like before they would just double like Cole Kmet, right?
Yeah.
Or they would double or shade off to Mooney because this to take away his main options. So that would let who was Dante Pettis and all those guys kind of creep in there.
Mm-hmm.
As much as Claypool has been like, he's still a talent. And then we got DJ Moore. And is Mooney playing this week?
Mooney is good to go. Mooney's a full go.
We still got these guys with 2 stinking tight ends. That's like, so if he could play like he did last year, the defense is, to me, a peg better than what it was last year. So we still need the offense to carry this whole game regardless. The engine is this man right here. You got to let this dude do what he's got to do. Yeah. So it's just irritating to watch this.
But I think here's the thing. And look, it's not right. It's not I'm not guaranteeing a win. I'm not saying that the Bears are not in an uphill battle. But the part that can change really, really quickly is Justin Fields moving out of the pocket when he feels the pressure coming. That can change quickly because he's got that sense.
What I would hate too is that because money is still a factor when it comes to all this, right? And what are his because he said he's thinking he wants to be a 4,000-yard receiver passer this year. Like, you shouldn't be worried.
Still on pace to do that, by the way.
Still.
Right. 200 yards. Yeah, he actually is.
Still on pace to do that.
But the mentality is that contract is going to be coming soon, right? So instead of him just being the best player that he is, that's why Lamar Jackson they're giving so much crap, right? He thinks his value is this. The Ravens want to pay him that.
Yep.
And so he has to settle for that dollar amount. But Mahomes was running a lot, but then he backed it up with the passing. So it's like there's some of that too motivated about my stats.
I think the difference is, though, right? I think the difference is, and this is what I want everybody to understand. This week isn't happening. This week that we've had right here isn't happening if we win.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
everything that goes on with Allen Williams, you know what the storyline around it is? They're winning in spite of everything that's happening behind closed doors. They're persevering.
Yeah.
They overcame a game where they're DC. And realistically, right, if we win the Tampa game, the defense gave up 20 points and you overcame, went down the field, scored a touchdown, win the game. Right? That's the storyline if we win. The Bears persevered to a win and the defense looked bad because they lost. The week just keeps getting worse. We're going downhill. We got more to talk about. I can't wait to get to the Friday free-for-all because we got more to talk about on that side with what the Bears still got going on this week.
But what I want to see is that I want to see him mad. I want to see Fields. The leader. Who do we talk about? The best player. Sometimes the leader, not always the case. The best player needs to be the leader because they know that that's the guy that can deliver.
Yeah.
And I want to see him mad. I want to see him take control. And maybe this is that point. Like, all right, stop trying to be the good robot guy. No, F this. Like Peyton Manning was like, this is whack. Even Peyton Manning, the nice guy.
But you need that other guy, right? For Peyton Manning, there's Jeff Saturday.
Yeah.
There's the dude that's gonna get you there.
But
that's the question mark that I have. Your two top players, and this is very right, Bulls light. I love that they're friends. But DJ Moore got to go, hey, you got to be him. What are you doing? We got to wake up. We got to get this thing going. And if it's not DJ Moore, just somebody. Chase Claypool go over to him. Somebody on the offensive line go, heck, Darnell Wright. They say that you're the prick that we needed. Go be that. Go look at your quarterback and tell him, get his head out of his what, and fire him up. You know what I mean? Like, for Peyton Manning, there's your Jeff Saturday. For Tom Brady, there was your Bill Belichick, right? Like, there's always that guy. Julian really wasn't saying too much time. Julian would say stuff to Tom. Tom would be like, shut up, Julian. You got it. Red gloves. We can say, bro, I'm not going to lie to you.
We don't have those many
Julian
leaders.
Edelman's Bill Belichick is one of the most elite impersonations I've ever seen in my life, and it makes me laugh so much.
Actually, no, the new guy who I think is who is that other dude that should be it, freaking Roshan.
I mean,
he only averaged 8 yards a carry in that game.
He's only averaging 8 to 10 yards a carry.
He only averaged 8 yards a carry in that.
But
that goes into it, dog. That goes in. That's what pisses me off. You're talking about the politics of football,
right?
Roshan Johnson isn't the storyline. It's got to be Justin Fields.
No,
and I say all that to say what I was alluding to. If you win versus Kansas City, this week doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You want to shut all of this up? Win versus Kansas City. This week doesn't exist.
Right. I agree with you.
Realistically, we'll be on Monday. We'll be like, hey, what happened with Allen Williams? I don't know. Hey, man, we still out here though. We killing the game. We beat the Chiefs.
Sure did, right?
You know what I mean? Justin Fields, because the biggest storylines from this week is Justin Fields saying
kid lies.
I mean, the biggest storyline right now is Justin Fields saying that he felt like a robot. Basically, everybody saying that he called out coaching. Braxton Jones going down. That was supposed to be our top two stories the whole week. And then the Allen Williams stuff pops up. We're like, oh snap, what's going on? Now we got to go to, and you know, all that went into that. We talked about that, but all of that, it's literally just, oh, Justin called out his coach. It worked.
Just give us
like if you win, Justin called out his coach. Oh, it worked.
I want a dub, man.
I mean, listen, realistically, I don't think the Bears will win, but I think as a whole and the entire fan base and as a city, we need to see some improvement from the offense. Some
100%.
type of consistent improvement, because I'm tired of the 6 for 6, and then we come back and now Claypool and DJ Moore are standing in the same spot,
Yeah.
looking at each other like who shot John.
I agree, kid, with your comment.
I don't know that they got to get it. They got to get it together. Can they? Yes. Will they this week? Probably not.
I think that's the tough part about the Fields comments, right? Like the Fields comments it's not a 1 week fix. The Fields comments are over the season fix. By the time we get to week 8, if the Fields comments prove true, we look back at this point and we say this was a turning point for you. But I mean, like, I don't believe that you can just flip it in one game like that and everything that you've prepared this entire season is out the window.
I don't think it's like that. It's just that he's over analyzing and over like processing.
I mean, I think we all saw that though.
Yeah. So he's going to use the same schemes. It's just pick the stuff that really works for what you want. I don't know if it works about putting the field in half, and because defensive coordinators are smart enough to figure that stuff out. But I think what he needs is the pocket for what he wants to do. He can't just stand there, because it's evident that he can't necessarily stand there and just hit those, There's times where he can throw a dart. Yeah. I mean, he can hit him.
Bro, that pass to Claypool is crazy.
He can do it.
That was crazy. Bro.
Dart. He can do the dart. Okay, we need a sound effect for that.
I got you.
He's a personal sound effect. That's his sound. It's his sound. We have the real guy.
Real person. Wheel him out.
I got you. That's mine.
We need to get that TM.
We
need to get that TM.
We actually do. We do.
But no, I think here's the thing too, right? Like I want people to go back. That play that everybody killed him for this week. Go back and look where his eyes are. And this is the one adjustment that I really, really want Justin to make. On that play where the 3 guys come open, right? You have, I think it's Tyler cutting across underneath, Roshan going down, Cole cutting out, right? Look where his eyes are. Cole Kmet goes out to the flats. He looks immediately at Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet's your one on this? Yeah. There has to be moments where you go to the play and you look at the line and you go, all right, this is my read. My best receiver's over there, though. I'm going to look at my best receiver.
I think the one.
I think also Luke Getsy, stop making DJ Moore the third read on every play, bro.
What I love is that there's accountability that the national media is putting on the Bears. We have not had this type of media scrutiny since that man's been here. Mm-hmm. Outside of like Trubisky getting drafted, and then it turns into the Pat Mahomes thing. Well, the media believes in this guy.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like they want him to win.
Yeah.
So I love it. Like, someone's going to be accountable, because now how many times are they calling these Bears organization now? Like, trash organization. They don't know what they're doing. Like, they're getting embarrassed every week now.
I will say this: how they've handled so many of these different situations is idiotic. Like, they don't. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, how they've handled so many of these situations is absolutely idiotic. The Nate Davis situation.
Yeah.
Why is this ambiguity? You don't have to tell me somebody's passing away in his family or somebody's on hospice. I don't need to know details. You know what you say? He's dealing with a family issue. If after that somebody want to come up to you and be like, why he ain't playing? Yeah. What are you, a douchebag? Like, he's dealing with a family issue. How they dealt with the Allen Williams situation, I think maybe is more of a business type situation. But I think it's one of those things where you immediately make the move to say he's stepping away. Mm-hmm. So we got to see, man. We got to see if leadership is going to improve, if the quarterback play is going to improve. It's ugly out here, boys. It's real ugly out here right now. And I think that, the Bears managed to finish off a week of ugliness with the perfect way to keep it ugly, right? Let's jump into the Friday free-for-all, because realistically, The first story may be the greatest story
Oh, shoot.
from the Chicago Bears that I've seen in a while. Not gonna lie to you. Hold on, let me pull up the iCloud here. I gotta. Dang it! I hate, bruh. What? Why? I can't just be on my because it's not a Mac. Shut up, Joel.
Yeah,
Shut up, Joel.
Wait.
No, I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it from you. No. This is this is amazing because the Chicago Bears, in a week that included nothing but turmoil, managed to get robbed.
Bro.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. The Bears, per APC 7, several days ago, someone stole equipment including gators and lawnmowers from Soldier Field, and the Chicago Bears are currently trying to track down who did it and trying to get the equipment back. The estimated loss is around $100,000.
Stole gated.
Hey, yo, boys, it's the thing. There's one gate in and out of Hallis Hall. How'd they get this out of there? How are they stealing? How do you finish your week out with this? Everything that happened this week, Alan Williams, Justin Fields, Matt Eberflus, everything. The week that you play Matt Nagy, you finish your week out getting robbed, bro. They in Lake Forest, bro. They not in the hood. This is a team that needs to be on the west side.
Man, I don't know what's going on.
Oh God, bro.
Bro, that's hilarious. So wait, it's one gate in Hallis Hall?
So basically, when you come up to Hallis Hall, there's a security gate that lets you in and out. I'm thinking inside job. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was gonna say
It has to.
I'm thinking inside job.
Yeah. How else? Most of the time, it's an inside job with those things. It's not random. We had a theft in my job. Someone stole my facility guys, drills. It's like, but they had to know to go down this back, hallway.
Yeah.
It's like they knew.
I think the interesting thing is, like, I was laughing about it so hard because my final thought was like, hey, what if it's just like the groundskeeper doing side jobs and he's just the Bears just finally noticed he's taking the equipment out? Yeah. Like the Bears just finally came up. How do you even do that, bro? How do you go tell your bosses that, bro? Hey, George, we got robbed. What'd they take? Lawnmowers.
That's even worse.
It was a ride along lawnmower and John Deere utility vehicles that belong to a contractor, not the stadium or the Bears.
Nah, bro, you can't tell me.
It's gotta be an inside job,
That's
bro.
A riding lawn.
They rolled it out, bro. They stole it and rolled it out, bro.
They rolled out like them dudes on Ferris Bueller in the Ferrari.
I like Mike's comment, bro. Mike said the groundskeeper operating his own rental business, right? He renting them for the weekend.
Groundskeeper Willie.
And you know what it is? Just one of them. Hey, bro, you just buy your first car. Hey, you know what it is, man? I just went and drove this off the line. You know what I'm saying? Just went and got this off the line. Finna pull up on you right now.
I died.
Finna pull up on you right now. Just got this off the line.
I absolutely died laughing at this story because I was just like, what a way to cap off the week. What a way to absolutely finish this week. Drove it right out the front gate. Had to, bro. What else are you gonna do with it?
You pay for this all in cash.
And here's the thing. I need y'all to imagine this stuff. Because you can't steal these one by one. You gotta steal these all at once. Is this just a video with a procession heading out?
All three of those
of just riding away. I love it, dog. I absolutely love it, bro. Come on, Bears. Y'all go out there and get a win.
How you pay for this? Zero down.
Zero down, baby.
Zero down.
He's starting his own.
It's the Homeboy Shopping Network.
It's the Homeboy Shopping Network.
His speed was in Yo Fizz and
bro.
He said, got no money. Crazy. No, he said no job, no problem. No credit, no problem. No money, problem.
Oh man, I thought something else that was interesting and actually made real news. I saw this. I saw this one on an actual news station. Woman rescued from outhouse toilet after climbing in to retrieve Apple Watch. Michigan police say.
Wait, hold on. You said owl toilet? Hey, the Apple Watch ain't even that serious, dog.
Hey, bro. A woman rescued Tuesday from an outhouse toilet in northern Michigan after she climbed in to retrieve her Apple Watch and became trapped. The woman, whose name was not released, I need the name. I need Bethany's name. She's out here still sleeping with unsuspecting men. She's in the bin in the bottom of a porta potty. I need the name. The woman whose name was not released lowered herself into the toilet after dropping the watch at the Department of Natural Resource boat launch at the Dixon Lake. Oh, it's a boat launch too. State police released Monday. First responders were called when the woman was heard yelling for help. The toilet was removed and a strap was used to haul the woman. I thought this story was priceless for our channel. Why? Because we've left one of our own in the bathroom when he couldn't get... we've left one of our own.
Guys,
I was
guys,
that up, guys.
Oh God.
Yeah, kid didn't know that you can't just leave Ringo all the time. Like he can handle everything himself, but doors are sometimes an issue.
You could have been there to open up the door.
You could have been there. You left.
You could have been there.
That's not as bad as this though? She climbs into the porta potty, bro.
I was.
That's crazy.
I was gonna say like you coming out with that Apple Watch after they pulled you out.
You gotta do the thing where it expels all the stuff out of it.
I was gonna say, got that Apple Watch though. Like that ain't nothing to be proud of. Like you just stuck your hand in the porta
Mike said she came out looking like Violet and Willy Wonka.
I was gonna say like you just stuck your hand in the porta potty, bro. That's not like
stuck her hand. She jumped in.
Like
that's like Slumdog Millionaire when that little kid wanted to get the autograph. He's like, he's so excited. They parted like the Red Sea because the kid was covered in crap, and the actor was like, he just signed it. The kid was so happy,
bro. I was dying laughing at that one, bro. And that, I mean, listen, that had me crying. Just the fact that, just picturing that, like they removed, because that means this is one of the big ones with like the hole in the ground.
Yeah,
because they took the bathroom off to get to her. How many people have been in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not. That
and realistically,
like, it's not even that serious.
Hold on. It doesn't even say if she got the watch back. It doesn't say that she got the watch back or not. You know, there was at least one moment where she went, "Oh, I think I got it." Oh no.
Well, that's Pulp. Was it Pulp Fiction? Was the guy the watch with the boxer? He was like he stuffed. It was his daddy's watch.
Oh yeah. Bruh, that was a tough one, man. And then finally, listen, no more weird stories. I just wanted to finish it out saying the best football team in the NFL is the San Francisco 49ers. And it's not even close. They might.
That's interesting, Pat. Why do you think that they're the best team, Pat?
Well, they have Deebo Samuel.
What talent do they have on their team?
They have I mean, listen, one of the best offensive lines in football, if not the best maybe.
You got one of the best. What else do they have?
No, Eagles. I still can't.
Legitimately the best defensive line in football, I'd say.
Yeah.
They also have a.
They have a Bosa. They have a Bosa. That's really what it is. What do they have? A Bosa. They've got a Kittle. They've got a Kittle.
And they got a running back too.
A tight end who actually likes.
They got a real running back, by the way.
They've got two technically, but Deebo Samuel's got paid as a wide receiver.
It's true, but they have a real talented running back.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll see how long.
Brandon.
Are you doing the running back argument right now? Are you using Christan McCaffrey for the running back argument right now?
He's a really good running back on a great surrounded by.
You're using Christan McCaffrey for the running back argument right now. Christian McCaffrey's been dead since 2017.
He's not been dead. No,
bro, it was like 3 straight fantasy years.
Bro,
nobody touched him.
Nobody was messing with C-Mac, bro.
My point is that it's a great talent running back, surrounded with a good scheme versus being the only option on offense.
I think the scheme and the construction of that team makes Brock Purdy look elite. And we were having this conversation on the way up. Is Brock Purdy the same quarterback on any other team?
Miami.
Probably.
Maybe Miami.
Miami, but that's
But
it.
like if you swap him out with Daboll in New York,
Absolutely not.
I think he's Daniel Jones. I think you're just in a bad situation. He's barely better than Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones pretty bad. But
Shanahan's a really good coach. Shanahan is always, since he's been there. I mean, he took Atlanta when he had Matt Ryan as an OC.
Yeah.
Went to the Super Bowl. He goes to San Francisco. He's in the Super Bowl with Jimmy G. Jimmy G is nothing.
Yeah.
He's got – when he finally gets that right dude, because if Purdy's like, okay, but imagine he gets the right guy in that scheme. He's going to he's talented.
I think
I love Kid. No matter who the quarterback we're talking about is, all he ever says is he's better than Fields. Like that.
You know,
okay, like
no
matter what it is.
I'm going to say this every
no
week.
matter what it is, bro. It's just like, but he better than Fields. It's like we're not having that conversation right now. Where that straight come from?
I will say this every week.
The real op on the show.
Y'all talk about me all the time. The real op is in the comments with y'all.
Hey, bro.
He's Justin's biggest op. He's Justin's biggest op.
Well, it might be Lou Getty.
Him and Lamar. Him, Getty, and Nagy.
Hey, we caught him. We caught Kid.
They can form the Sinister Six if they wanted to.
We caught. Yeah, for real.
Hey.
We caught Kid. He messed himself up last week. He's like, yeah, Lamar threw a dot. I was like,
oh no,
Lamar can pass when he gets the number one target.
Hey, 6:35 Monday. When was that?
It was 6:35 on a Monday.
Stephon don't even like Chicago.
That's how Kid is. No matter what the argument is, no matter what player we're debating, it always comes back. It always comes back to he better than Kobe White though. Like, what's Kobe got to do with this? We having a LeBron debate right now. Like, that's how it always goes, man. Like, no. The strays be flying out here. Shout out the Kid in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and showing love. We will be live. Now, again, I have to reiterate this. This Sunday, we will be live for the Chicago Bears game. But because of where I work and the network that it is,
Flex. Sorry.
And me not risking NFL contracts for my other company.
Yeah, don't get us sued, Pat.
Yeah, that's the goal, basically. We cannot do play-by-play. We will still do a watch party. We will still watch the game along with you. But for those of you who maybe tune in on the radio to listen and you want to sit there with us, we will have our reactions on the screen, but we will not be able to do play-by-play. But still tune in. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a fun time. It's probably going to be me just ending up frying everybody as much as possible because I think that we're going to get cooked. But hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm in here losing my mind and we end up with the dubs.
Hopefully a nice surprise. I don't know.
Kid said his hat right now is a hat. LOL. He don't have one Chicago thing.
Is that true?
Do you not have
it? I don't think I've always.
He has a ton of Chicago stuff in his room, actually.
I'm trying to remember because he does come in.
He's
with
got
like
the W flag.
He comes in with the.
He's one of Ringo's one of them. Is this a no? It's a Bulls hat. It's a Bulls hat.
There you go.
No, Ringo's definitely one of them.
My first cap was a Bulls cap with the at the TWCB stitching on the Bulls cap.
And there you have it, homeboy.
And there you have it, homeboy.
Like, hey, y'all.
Hey, man.
I'll mess with my city if y'all just run the teams right.
Oh no! So you can't do that. You got to mess with the city. You
got to suffer like the rest of us.
You got to suffer like the rest of us.
Oh, I have. Have you been watching the Cubs?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, good job. Hey, man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. Good to know that the Cubs aren't better than the White Sox in some aspects.
Sell
it. I took pride in it. I'm not gonna lie. When y'all was losing to the Pirates, I was like, it's over. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. One love. We'll be back Monday. We'll be back Sunday for the watch party. Monday for the daily show. Peace.